Oh,
Wow.
yeah, ladies, I had a bit of a rough vacation, so I'm going to take two of them.
Okay, well, you look like you need medical attention. Shoddy, what do you think?
Kinda looks like some ear is missing.
Okay. Listen, ladies, I appreciate y'all, picking me up from wherever y'all picked me up from.
You literally just fell from the sky, dude.
Okay, well, either way, excuse me for looking so rough right now. Let me go get myself cleaned up, and, I will try to teach y'all how to drift or something as best I can.
We would prefer you, well,
Now be nice to him. He's probably not ready to hear this.
Hear what?
you see, we had bets on if you were going to return or not, and it seems I'm out $5,000.
Okay, you know what? Both of y'all just go get in the car. Each car, okay? No funny business. We trying to sneak into this one. And y'all sit there and wait patiently for me to change clothes. Unbelievable. Ladies, are y'all ready for this? I mean, hell, I guess get ready if you ain't. I do need to let you know one small tiny bit of important information. Once you hit the throttle on these contraptions here, if you fall below 45 mile an hour, you will explode. Alright? But I wouldn't be worried. Just pedal to the metal like you pedal heavy metal. I don't think they understood a word of that. Let's get it, ladies. Come on now. All right. Looking nice there a little bit. Come on, we're gonna make it 8. That's ocho. You sabe? Now, what is your issue?
I have no idea why we're even doing this.
I need you to tell no one what you see today. You understand me? Between me and you. Hell, I don't even have my original team with me today, but shit may fly, ma'am. Shit may fly. You may also not want to stand right there. Ma'am? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Ma'am, I'm telling you, your first day is going to be your last day if you don't listen to me, you know. She gone. Bring it back now. Look at this, bro. I mean, we fired the engine up. We got the jet running out the back, bro, and zoom. You know what I'm saying? And I can bring it back anytime, you know. I mean, I could make it really go jetty fast. I'm gonna do it one time. One time we'll see this sucker supersonic. Very simple. We're gonna hit it 1,000. Leave the duration for 1 second so that it gets to that 1,000 in the 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna do the negative so that we can bring it back. I mean, it's probably gonna overshoot both ways and do something like that. I'm just guessing. But you know, no matter what, it's gonna fly, ma'am. You may definitely want to move for this one. Go ahead and fire it up and shoo! Bring it back, hopefully. Yeah. See, we could have it start from back there. Activate the jet, and then all of a sudden, shoo! 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 You have to double hit it so that it just zooms on by. Yum, yum. What's that, ma'am? You're not going to tell anyone, you understand? No one needs to know. No one. Oh, shoot. Ma'am. My jetty jet appears... Oh! Well, now it's just... It done overshot it. So that's its resting place now. Let me crack it open. Very, very simple setup to get something to just move, you know. But I will show you... If you wanted it to move forward and also move up as it was moving forward. Now, the back isn't really going to work. I wouldn't think, because what I would probably do instead if I were you is, if you're going to do it this way, okay, I'm just showing you the most basic, simple way you could make something move and appear to even fly. I mean, it definitely is flying. It's not just... You know, it's not just rolling across the ground. Hopefully this will give you a better idea of what... I don't know if I'll set the negative number right, but it should move forward and up. Okay, yeah, there you go. Since I only have it to 10, you can see it slowly doing it. And if I did the back one, I didn't bring it back down, so it just would stay up. If I keep tapping the number, though, it would stay just floating like that. If I kept tapping it this way, it would stay going like that. I just have it set to where I can show you in increments. Alright, that's very fancy, if I do say so myself, to just fool around with here. You'd also... I mean, you would obviously use rotators to rotate it. If you wanted it to turn and everything, however, you need to pay attention to however the axes are working, because if it's going off of the world or using the world space and you rotate it, it more than likely would keep going on that axis sideways. Kind of like the wheels were doing on that trailer. I would imagine if you unchecked it, though, it should stay what it should stay as. Even if it didn't, though, and you just wanted this little scene like this, so you're running and you wanted it to appear like a jet was taking off, okay? All you need really is a mover. Alright, and you got your... This is the X, Y, Z. But to really know what you're actually moving, if you don't even know X, Y, and Z stuff, is this red one is linked to this red arrow. The blue one is the blue arrow. The green one is this green arrow that's going this way. What that means is the green, if it was a positive or negative, it means it moves this way or that way. Alright? The same for the other colors. Red, obviously, if it was the red number, you're moving it forward and back. And the blue one, you're moving it up and down. Alright? Just in case, you know, you didn't know really like X, Y, and Z. What do you mean? Elemental P type thing. I just got it ran to a simple input on the right, so I could... That was just simple. Push the right button to activate it to go forward. And then I'm pushing the left one. You can make it whatever input. Out of the inputs that are here, you know, you could make it any of those. But that's how you would make it... well, no, the up one... I'll show you what the up one does in a second. But the left one was returning it. So basically, whatever I was doing to the positive number for this tutorial kind of situation, I wanted it be able to bring it back. Now, like I was saying, I don't think if you put this at the negative one, it would work the way I would want it to. It could, but let me give it one shot. Because I'm thinking... I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. I was thinking when I was doing the super fast one earlier, something had to have gotten weird somewhere. I don't know what would cause it. So you're out here minding your own business, you know. Just chilling. Brought your girlfriend out, sightseeing and everything, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you know, while you are having y'all's conversation, casual one, a UFO just appears from the ground, or a sandworm, you know. Oh, that's right, I have collision on it. So let's just say I hopped on this thing. Well, actually, this is going to be a first for me in this game to see if this is going to work. If I'm going to stay on top of it. Oh! Oh! Who said I couldn't do it? Was it you? By the way, I'm not BSing. This is the first time I've actually stood on this thing while I was doing movement things. Now, I wouldn't suggest you stand on this thing if you got it set to 1,000, because it's probably if it took off and you were, I wouldn't imagine that you could stay stuck to it unless you were attached to it. But if you were, oh yeah, the up one was to do the jet and the sound effects. I'll show that as well. I'm constantly tapping the left now so that it stays. Because if you just push it once, it's obviously just going to do the 10. So, like, I could do 20 to get a longer one, or just tap it. For a scene scenario, no, you would have that on auto play or something. For, like, when you hit your trigger, it just took off. Or if you just wanted to use this as some sort of custom platforming thing, you know, to get the character to get up to a higher level. You know, there's lots of different creative, fancy ways to do something. You know, there's not really a right way. There's many millions of wrong ways to try to do something and it not work. But there's not like an official way. This is how it should be done with anything. All right. And anything that I make is always just going to be off the wall. And you can visually see, though. Oh, yeah. Let me hold this up. I'll show you how you get the sound and stuff to stay with it and the flame. Because if you just put it there and try to group it, it's hard to hold the up button and that. Because I didn't want the audio for this to run constantly. So, like, I have it on a trigger button to push up. And I mean, I didn't... One of the audios, it doesn't keep playing continuously, like the air one or whatever it was supposed to be. It was the closest thing I could find just to whatever a jet sound would be like. It's this one, the air release, I think. I don't know, it's not playing the sound, but anyway, you use an attacher node. You make that the parent. You just make sure you take the child and click it to the bottom. You won't see this until you have a attacher node in your scene and you're trying to drag a wire. Otherwise, it's not really going to pop up. It's like this blue one you don't ever see, you know. So if you put it in, you're like, I don't see where to attach it. Oh, you got to just kind of look at the bottom of it once you're like drawing a line. Like I said, it doesn't really pop up and say, here I am. Put me on something, boy. Type thing, you know? And I thought that would just be an interesting little fancy little thing. By the way, there's ways to change your main character that is not programmed correctly yet. And I suggest you stay away from that because you will break your world. For whatever reason, the screen goes black when you try to play it and load into it to see like what character is this, because it's a character you don't even see in these lists that they were probably experimenting with, but didn't like completely get finished. So I would say in the future there probably would be a way to have even more main character type stuff. One of them was, so the guy that is the one you start as, that's that civilian. I would think since he's even like a civilian, there would be a way to make you pick some of these other ones. There might be a way to do it now, and there might be a certain way you can find their ID tag or whatever however this game does it with whatever it is. But that guy he's a character here somewhere. I've seen him. And so with that being said, I just wanted to say it should be possible to have some of these other civilian characters. But what would be better is like this girl here, the civilian one walking around the world has different clothes, different hair color. So I know that's an option on their end, or like in the main game files somewhere, under the hood, they have a variety of clothes and stuff for these characters. So it may come in the future too, where it'd be possible to do that. It would be nice if they implemented a skeleton where, like, imagine this ain't a person, okay? I know this is going to be hard to explain, but it's for someone that doesn't know skeleton the way I mean it. Think of a skeleton in real life, I guess. It's the skeleton without the meat and bones, and you could put your own meat and bones on it, all right? So that you could build your own, like, boss character and stuff like that. And attach arms if you wanted to do, like, a giant spider or something, you know? Things like that. You can try to get very creative and use some rotators and stuff and big chunks of metal to make a metal mech of a spider. It could be done even right now with the stuff that's here. It's a lot of rigging up you got to do, though, with all the movers and joints and everything, but it could be calculated to be done right. There's a lot of things that are possible even in the little beta that it's in. But the big thing is, for me, I need the update to hit for the PC that hasn't hit. The console got theirs, but then it got delayed for the PC, so I've been holding back on creating a lot of things and messing with this because I get crashes just randomly. Like, I can be sitting here right now at any minute. It's just going to crash for nothing. It's not for nothing. It's because of all the traffic that's getting cluttered back there and all the drones that somebody placed all under the map in a lot of areas. Oh, this is a clean place. Maybe I'm safe out here then. Most places you look under the map and there's just random drones flying for no reason. I don't know how that happened, but that doesn't look like it was supposed to be like that. For sure. But yeah, I mean, that's a basic thing. I don't know if I needed to explain anything else with, like, the fire. It's just a flamethrower. I made the fire blue by changing the color here. I set the strength to 3. You can preview it. That's like, wow, that's how I knew where to set this thing to make it look right. You can raise the strength up while you're previewing it to kind of see. It basically just makes the trail longer, though, instead of, like, giving it more girth like I would have liked it to have here for this. Like, the longer is good for, like, maybe that far, but then, like, it needs to start getting a little bit, you know, it just kind of keeps the trail longer there, though. But, like, flying in the air, man, you really just need something probably at least like that, so that when it's moving, you can kind of see it, you know. I did it probably to 2 or 3, so that it was really sticking out. And I just wanted to show that and add this in, because maybe if I get them to work, I was going to have the girls come over here and I was going to be like, oh, look at this. It's a work in progress, okay? It's a whip. It ain't nothing official yet. And they were going to be like, oh my goodness. There's no way. And then I was going to fire the engine up with this flame coming out. And I was going to have a damaging thing there so that it would have actually took one of them out. But I didn't do all that. But you could. I mean, you could make fire actually hurt. Because right now, yeah, you can stand in this fire and it's not going to hurt you. See? No damage. Although I do have my HUD off right now because I don't need it. I found even running around, I ran through my scene, my game thing shooting at enemies like this, and it was so much cleaner looking. I didn't need the thing on the screen, you know. I can't think of what it's called, man, but there is like an area of effect that can cause damage or something. So you got this is basically like your trigger zone, the same thing, okay? With the box cylinder and everything, so you could do whatever shape you felt like doing. I'm just going to do one of these, all right? And there's a couple ways you can move and rotate things and stuff like that. Even scale things easier. And I hardly ever click up here, but I do know they're here. I do know it. It didn't seem like it, but I do know it. Alright. I think as long as your player was standing within its flame reach there, they should be getting Is that 100 damage per second? That would be like instant death, right? Ooh. That'd be an instant kill. Let's do like 10. Because, like, the AI only has 100 health. I can show you how to change that, though, too. If you don't know. The game that I have that's public, I don't know if it's that version or not, but there is a version I have where all of the NPCs on your side, oh, it's just going to constantly do it because I didn't do a way to activate it. But you can tell it's hurting her until she dies. You can have it only do it when the fire is going, you know. It's also how you can create kill zones in your map and stuff like that. I didn't actually think it was going to activate because I didn't set nothing to start it. But I guess this thing is just live. It may say on start or something, or node active. That might be why it's doing it. Hold on, let me try it without. Let's see if she... Yeah. So, with the node not active there that I unchecked, let me just link. Which one is shooting the fire? This one? This one here? On press. Ooh, you can't do that. Really, I thought you'd be able to activate this manually. This is just like what happens like when it damaged someone. Why isn't there... You'd think there... Well, there's also just a kill instantly. Injury damage. Why isn't... There might be a way to have it where you could trigger it, but I mean... Technically, if you had this as a kill zone, you would only want... You didn't want it to be active all the time, really. Only when someone walked by the flame. I just have her here, standing here to show that it would work. But if she was standing just like outside this zone here, she'd be fine. Also, I hope I activated that node again. Yeah. I did. Run that way, lady. Run that way. Ah. I thought she would just run into like where the back of the jet was and slowly take damage, but that's fine. Hopefully you get the idea of that. Oh, wait. Bring her back. Let's just show you the max health thing. Changing their health. Golly, what was that even called? Set max health. There's a specific one you need. And there's a specific way, obviously, that you would have to connect it and activate it. Like, because one of them is for not them. If that makes sense. Let me try it like this. I think she just needed to go to it. There's a way to also give her a health bar, but I haven't used that for one. So I couldn't tell you if it works. I mean, it obviously would work. Whatever I set this to, though, I needed to read as, you know, so that I could actually see what her health was dropping to. I don't know, bro. I don't use the health bar thing right now, though, in my builds. If I was using it, I would show you that. So I won't put the health bar part in the description of the tutorial because it didn't help you. It didn't help me either. The max health thing kind of did, though. You got to see how that worked. You got to see how this health thing worked. Okay? And if I did cut the part out where I was doing the health bar, I was trying to get something to work that didn't work. And this video is probably already nearly an hour, and it shouldn't be. This was a very simple setup, but I just wanted to explain every little thing. And the next thing I will show that I feel like I didn't was the... I know I talked about it, but no one's seen it. No one's seen me do it. And I didn't notice it until I watched the video back to be like, wait, I did show the follow player. Did I show the ground vehicle? Now, you might have worked it out yourself. It It was pretty simple. But wait, we need 2 cars because we need a follow. We need something that would follow. It's just like the follower on the person. You just need something to start and stop it. Pretty much. I'll just take this one and hit it here. So that it would start it when I hit. What button was that? Left? Down? I mean, I only rigged up like 3 buttons. I can find it. Whatever button I hit it, and it tries to follow that. Oh, the wheels turned already. Wait, why are your wheels turned? I thought you were going to follow it. You're trying to follow then. I thought I was going to have the white truck follow the black one, but I guess I did that wrong. Well, wait, I'm curious. I mean, yeah, it should be set to just the one follow then. Oh, that like locked this thing up when I push that button. And don't get in the car that's supposed to be following and try to drive it while hitting the follow. You're gonna lock yourself in, like I just did. Not only could I not get out, I couldn't drive it or anything or turn the wheels. So this is the actor reference. This is the follow. Oh, that does make sense. Yeah, but I thought this. I thought this truck would follow this truck. Oh. So I just switched the wires around there and showed what I did so that hopefully it would work. And the white one will follow this one now. But not until I push the button that would start it, which is up. Or whatever button you set to do the follow. The only thing you would need to know is if you wanted to stop it, so like you were going to do a RP scene or something, or maybe you're doing something in your mission game that you're building for other people to enjoy. You want a way to stop it. So like if you have this being triggered by a scene, you know, more than likely you're not going to run it on these kind of inputs. This is like if you're driving the vehicle yourself and you want to manually be able to turn it on and off. Otherwise you would have a zone that the character would walk into and then it activates the start. And then maybe when they got out of the bubble it would stop. So it would chase them as long as they were in the zone. And then once they got out of the zone, the truck would stop. Did that make sense? If not, it's okay. I'm about to show you it in real time. I think. What's a zone called? Trigger. Trigger zone. What's a zone called, he says. Yep. I sure did. Okay, so you can just customize it like this. Big, long area. But I do want it to end and not be like across the map. So like, that's a decent size area. That I should be able to show you this. I just need to make it a bit wider because it'd be easy for my truck to drive out of this and it stop following me that way. That's what you need to know about a zone. If it's a specific zone like this, that you're an area that you've got, maybe you've designed a lane and you got guardrails up where the player shouldn't be able to drive the truck and get out of it that way. But if they were just trying to escape, or you just got a giant bubble, because you can make it as wide or skinny as you want in either way. So like maybe the wide that way is all the way across the map no matter where they were, That truck's chasing them. But if they came over to this side ever, it should stop. You know what I didn't do? What I should have did before I stretched that box out was rig it up. Oh, here it is. Thankfully, I could see it. Alright. When I enter this bubble, that truck's gonna chase me. We would hope. When I exit the bubble, that truck's gonna stop chasing me. We also would hope. Let me select these 3 things and move them back. Because the other truck really doesn't even need to be inside the bubble. Only me and my truck needs to be the one that activates it, but I have to set that on the trigger zone. So don't jump ahead and go ahead and try to build it before I do the demonstration. Because I didn't set that part up yet. I mean, unless you just want to, you know. You just want to just like, you know what, I could do that. I know how to set up a bubble, bro. Alright. You probably do. This isn't for you then. This part right here. You know it from here. This is all you needed to know. You should be good to go. So yeah, I'm going to set the truck back there like it's just... Actually, let's use the... Whoa. Rotate like this. Why are you still on a grid? I don't want rotate snapping. I want this to be smooth, bro. You can do it where it's smooth. I don't remember how. Wait, is it? No? Whatever, bro. There's a way to turn that rotation snapping off. Wait. Is clicking it again disabling it? Go away! Huh. Damn, there's a way to change the mode, but I don't remember. Not important. It really isn't for this. So we're just gonna move it to where, like, we accidentally are crossing into Area 51 out here. This guy is just waiting for somebody to come driving up. Now, I have it start from where my camera is, I'm pretty sure. I'll go ahead and click it again just to make sure. So I should start from here. The only thing I need to change is the bubble. Right now, I think it would activate anyway because I think it's naturally set to detect players. Yeah. But you could just have it detect vehicles, you know, but we'll just do that. It's definitely going to detect me and the vehicle. So, shouldn't really have to worry about it double triggering and breaking anything because it's just... For a trigger zone, it's either active or it's inactive. We'll give it a little bit of a drive though, so it's like we were creeping out here, you know. Just to show you, there's nothing I can do to make it take off and chase me. Oh, there's even a jet out here. I'm gonna go have a look. Let's watch him. Let's watch him and see if he starts creeping out. Well, I don't think he's going to do anything, is he? Wait, he is doing something. There's no way the bubble was this far in. Bro, he's booking it, trying to catch up, too. I should be out of the bubble now somewhere here. I should have put something down for me to see. Yeah, he stopped. So we're going to come over here until we hit that zone again. And he should be back chasing me. It's like, oh, he's coming. I told you to leave that jet alone. Don't come over here. Top thing. There he is. He's mad. Mad, bro. Yeah, that must be the edge right there. Damn, I thought I drew that bubble out a little bit larger than that. But you know, it's easy to see when you're building it, and then when you're playing, you kind of forget exactly. Like, I don't see the outline exactly. But it kind of gives you the idea that you could imagine with your imagination and your creativity what you could do with something like that for your scene. Alright? It's pretty cool stuff. And very simple to set up. You know, we're not doing anything insane, and we're still making something that's got like sort of a wow factor. A bit. Just a bit. Yeah, I guess the edge is pretty close to where the edge of that jet is. That's why I was like not going very far. But I think you got the idea of that. No characters are involved in the vehicle setup itself. As you can see, it's following this vehicle in this scenario. Okay? You can have the truck just follow the player on foot. The player could be on foot, or NPC really. The NPC. Because like the character, I don't believe you can really mess with their logic. Unless you do some complicated, I say complicated, for someone that doesn't really know a lot of everything about nothing, like me, it would be a lot of setup. It's a lot of logic of getting the player ID and all that stuff, and then messing with that. And like I just showed you, you can also set it up simply, and you don't even need to mess with that stuff. There's always more than one way to do something and a million ways to do something wrong. Alright? I prefer the wrong way if it makes it cool and simple and easy to explain. Because, bro, trust me, I can build some things that I cannot explain them, but I can build them and show you it. You know? And I just can't explain it. There's way too much detail in certain things that, like, I would lose you not even 20 minutes in. And also lose myself, be like, wait, is that what I was saying? Yeah. Because a lot of things they just create on the fly, man. And I mean, it helps with someone like me that has messed with stuff like this, and I'm a modder for my own things so that I can get my own stuff to work and everything. And I've also played around with games logic and stuff before. In games that had it, or like game engines. But I did show you could make the jet fly. Someone was watching this like, yeah, but it don't turn, so what's the point? You couldn't turn that thing. That thing ain't gonna turn, boy. Alright, it won't turn. But I could show you how to do it. I think you should just try it on your own. I'll give you a hint. Use a rotator. Use 2 of them. You know? Alright, I won't be a smart ass, bro. I can't spell. Remember when I couldn't spell cylinder? I couldn't spell rotate. Even though I tried to do rotator, and I think we're gonna get 2 of them. No, even something like this, you can make it complicated, bro, using all kinds of fancy math and everything. I know this. I do know this. But I also know, and I don't want to sound like a smart ass, bro, but we've always had a saying on the job site, and I mean, this was like when I was even 21, at the age, no, maybe even age of like 20, when I first like started saying it along with the fellas. So you always got to be smarter than what you're working with. And I really don't mean to sound like a smart ass, but it's true in so many situations. You got to be smarter than what you're working with. If you let it outsmart you, you're going to have a tough time. We want this to act on the jet. Here's what you need to know about rotating something. Its axis. Right now on this jet, I think it might be in its center or whatever. But say you wanted that axis to be up here, you'd want to attach something in a group with it that would move the axis up here. Golly. We can do a light. Like something simple. And bro, I'm not doing this like dead center or anything. Alright? I'm not getting paid for this. That's also something we say. If it's something for free, you get the free experience. If it's something that's going to be a paid type thing, you know, paid buku money, you get the buku money experience. So I'm going to click this jet, then I'm going to click the light, and then I'm going to hit group, because you can see the axis was already here for the center of that. And what that did was that moved this axis. Now it would rotate up here instead of it rotating to look like the whole thing was turning. This would give it a rotation like, let's get the blue one, like this. Now I'm going to undo that. I'll rotate it like this. You see? Did you see the difference? I hope so. So I'm not about to undo it and redo it and all that. So basically with your rotator here, it would do the same thing of turning it left or right. And then theoretically your movers, if it got rotated, if it's saying this is forward and it turns this way, this should be forward. Okay? The only times that gets wonky is when you're using world space and things like that. It sticks to the true space. So if this is going this way, and you, even though you turn this way, you start moving to the right like this, just looking this way, because it's set in stone. Is the simplest way I can explain it, and it might not even be the simplest, but I really try to, like, just really not say big words when I can. I try to show you, and that's all I can do. I know nothing about something. So a turn, you want 45, I would say, which should be decent, bro. And we want this one to be negative 45. It doesn't always want you to get numbers. No, stop what you're doing. It doesn't always want you to get numbers typed in here, though, as you can see in real time. Comedically say. Give me a couple of these, bro. Because they're already here. I don't got to go looking for them. Just a couple of them. Just so I can make one like left on the keyboard. This one will be right on the keyboard. I said right. Okay. Now they're there, and they're in the group already, so I don't even have to worry about grouping them. Now, how do you know which is which? Well, we're just going to guess. If we get them wrong, you know what? We can just switch the wires around. Okay? Don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. We're going to know right here, right now. Let me just make sure we're looking at it. Okay, that's backwards. That one's backwards, but the other one's not working at all. Ooh, we messed up. I messed up. And that's how you know. Simple fix. Although, I'm not... Did I not change them to different keys? Does my left keyboard key don't work? There's no way. There's no way my left keyboard key don't work. There is a way. I mean, it could just stop working. Most keys I have programmed on my mouse by now, and I don't hardly ever have to use the keyboard anymore unless I'm typing something in with letters. So you were working, but you're wrong. So you go to this one. To fine tune it though, because someone would be like, well, actually, you should do it the harder way because you can really get it to turn like you want it to with a smoothing. Yeah. Not so snappy of a turn. Yeah. Yeah, you can also fine tune it like this though. Look, bro. And don't pass out. It's not working. Why is it not working? Am I not pushing my arrow key? Bro, my arrow keys are not working. Is this keyboard even on? Imagine the keyboard's not even on. No, the keyboard is on. Wait. Wait, bro. I'm an idiot. How did I link that one and never link this one? That's why. The Acton, I did never drag to the ship. Also, this one we're going to put on this other one. I was wondering why only one worked and the other one didn't. Okay, now my smart ass got shown what's what, you see. Now, I didn't slow down the left one so you can see it moves faster. But that's what me manually smoothing the right one would just, you know, my guesses. Now, fortunately for me, my guesses most of the time are damn spot on, if not very close to accurate. And that is just by luck, but also by just experience of building different crazy things and just kind of knowing your numbers a little bit on most things. That's why I didn't just set the speed to like 30 and be like, okay, this should slow it down when it would have been moving so slow, you know? I think that right there is not too bad, though. The last one really isn't either. And now someone's going to say, yeah, but it doesn't rotate. Rotate. Bro, will you cut me some slack? No? Fine. Let's make it do a barrel roll. Bro, you can't make that do a barrel roll. I wish you could, though. I can't spell rotator. Did we establish that earlier? It's called rotate. I'm used to rotators. It doesn't matter. Really doesn't. We want the x-axis here. That's the one we want to mess with. We'll do it like... I should do a 90 and a 90, really. You really want this thing to get sideways. Why is the number not typing in? My num block ain't on? Okay. Do a 90. And a 90. If I'm boring you, or snoring you, because you done fell asleep, like, bro, this guy. Just talk, it ain't doing nothing. I'm doing things. At my own pace, okay. We're not on bunny rabbit mode here. Kind of early to be on bunny rabbit mode, actually. I think it's like probably 3 or 4 in the morning. Alright. Now, make sure you hit it on the jet. It's fancy that it's putting the arrows here. For whatever reason. Just know it. That's the jet, okay? I don't know why they're over here and not actually pointed at it. Could have to do with something I did with the group in it, to be honest. More than likely. It lost, like, where its thing was. Okay, what do we want to do? When we turn left or right, have this also activate these so we don't have to set up new keys? Had to be said. But which was which? I don't know, bro. And I don't care. We're going to link one to one and one to the other. And if it's wrong, guess what? I'll have to switch them. That's all. It's not even like I'm creating that much work for myself, bro. Oh, look at that. It went 90 that way and 90 that way. Oh, interesting. Now I know it's looking jank because of the way it's rotating. Is moving it all wonky like. But I am showing you that it does rotate. It shouldn't have did it when I did the rotate, really. Because it's... I don't think you're getting the picture here, what I just did. We're not going to do it on those keys. We will do it on... I really don't want to make any more keys, but it's okay, I will. I will. We just gotta pop 2 of them down. I don't know why I'm crying. Let's do a 1 and a 2. 1, 2. Don't you dare say buckle my shoe, bro. I will smack you. I'm talking to myself, by the way, because I tend to say some random dumb shit. Let's get back, bro, because we don't want this thing to smack me. There's 1. And it will go all the way around like that because I didn't have it do it, undo it, but you could just do it like that. Huh? Is that the rotation you wanted? Yeah, but it's kind of going in the ground there and that doesn't look very... Okay. Let me get it up above the ground just a little bit for you, you see. We'll walk this thing down here. Because right now we're just pretending to be professionals, alright? Alright, I want you to barrel roll. Nope, you still hit the ground. And what it is, the way it's rotating on that axis, it's not centered on the jet. So the rotator actually seems like it's kind of like right here. And you can tell that when it's doing its big rotations. So we're going to make it move up a little bit higher. But I just want you to know that under the hood, that is happening. Because obviously if it was centered, which you could get it to do it like I showed with the axis thing earlier. However, it's not my job to clean that up. It's yours to experiment and have fun. I just laid the groundwork of a basic way to get you more than started on. It can move forward, back. It can rotate 90 degrees left and right. It can also turn left and right at whatever numbers you set, okay? I went 45 on the turn, I think. You could have went smaller or larger. Just know that there's probably... It's this. Oh, that's not the right button. What was the rotate one? What was the rotate one? Oh, numbers. Oh, bro, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, uncheck that world space, bro. Also, I am curious, though. Is it working off of the rotator node itself, or is it going off of axis? There's an easy way to know that, and that's if we're just going to put this one up wacky, like. Up biggin', like. Way out of what it should be. Okay, that one works. No. Yeah, it's when it uses the world space, it's weird. Yeah, always when you're using stuff like this, you shouldn't. Holy crap, bro, that changes everything for you. We went from wacky packy to snacky packy. Yeah, no. Like I said, it's late. It's early. It's actually early, but it's late. Okay, we'll get you to... Wait. I've done forgot my buttons. That's my fault. We may need to change this rotator as well. Not even we may. We need to change that rotator as well. Get the world space off of that crap, bro. It is not helping anybody. At all. We want this thing to be spinning like it was spinning on itself a little bit. Does anyone understand that? Like that, bro. Now you're turning like you should. No, I know I never did slow the left one down. Could you let that one go, though? Could you just not focus on that? I mean, it's going to make a difference when you see it like this, though. That one is just not... Tell me the world space is not right on that one or something. Or still on. Because those rotators shouldn't be swinging that wide. I checked them. I unchecked both. Unchecked both. I don't like how the point is here, though. This has bothered me the whole time. I would just control and ungroup everything, but... I don't know if that's going to fix anything. There's even a way, though, to smoothen out this rotation. Something is happening with it, and I think it's because of this. Even though you have it unchecked, it's not listening to me. It does that way, though, pretty much. It's only when it's moving it gets weird. Yeah, when it's setting still, it's fine, for the most part. We take off with it. It's still fine, bro. If you were on it and it was flying, moving, you would move that way and that way. It's just moving way more than it should. But once it gets away from this, the further it gets away from this, the wider it turns, and that's what I don't like about it. That's like that rotator staying back here, and the further it gets out, the crazier it gets. Because if it was staying... Wait. Come back. Come back a little more. Yeah, that rotator is not going with it. That's what's happening. If the rotator was following it, it would always turn like this. Working it out, bro. Working it out. But it should be grouped. You can attach these, can you? You can? I couldn't see the other one, though. Hold on. Let me get you up. I didn't know you could attach them like that. Probably should have did that with them. Man, because I don't know if they're staying with it, too. Everyone needs to be attached if y'all are rotating. Technically, if y'all were moving, too. But the movers were kind of working, weren't they? And I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It ain't broke yet, but I might be breaking it. I should have just tried the one. But there's nothing I would have not liked more as if I would have messed with this ever again and learned that and been like, I should have waited and then made the video, bro, because I done told people this is how you should do it. Yeah, it's not following, is it? Yeah, that janked up the rotator. Yeah, we're janking it up, bro. But like I said, I showed you enough to get it right. To get it to go right. What's happening here, though, it's a pretty simple thing. I just have gotten way too tired that I keep trying to mess with this to fix it. I'm going to keep getting off worse and worse. So I really hope you can figure it out for whatever you want to do with it. If you're not worried about rotating anything, though, for whatever your build was, you just wanted to make something move, you could just use what was in the beginning when I showed that part. There's also, I seen, because you know, when I made early on, when I made that video of the Ferris wheel, and I was like, oh, I should make these pods a thing. They're a thing. You can actually have your own pods you can place. But it looked like the doors didn't open on them. So the only way it would really work is if you turn the collision off, but you attach something to have a floor in it. And I was like, just make the doors slide open, bro. This shit was there. But the only thing this game would ever have for me is build mode. Build mode. I mean, there's nothing to do in the story but the story. You know? Now, if you're someone that doesn't like building things or doing things like that, then yeah, there's nothing for you in build mode either. So if you don't like the story part, you don't like build mode, this game just isn't going to work for you ever. That's the truth about it. It's another reason why I wanted them to put keyframes in, because a lot of people don't understand a lot of the more difficult logic stuff, especially when it comes to math or gates, like AND gates and OR gates and stuff like that, and all that stuff that I have used and stuff before building a little playable thing. But with keyframes, you kind of can get rid of a lot of the math stuff, because you can literally just move something and record it the way you wanted it to move. Play it back the way you wanted it to move. But there's always millions of ways to do something and get it to work. Okay. All right. We are adios on this one, man, because I probably done ran a 3-hour shindig I gotta cut down. So until next time, adiosa, brosa. Man, I get dumber by the day. Dumber by the day.